Nobody's going down. There's death in the air. Nobody's gonna talk us down. Why should they care?
Real quick, guys, had some logs delivered about an hour ago. Share them with you all, let you know what's going on down here. Really good sized maple brought over this morning. It's about 19 inches here in the large end. It's got a crotch at the top of it. It's good sized maple for these parts. Right there's the maple. I'm getting ready to put anchor seal on it. It's got a decent crotch here at the top. But one thing about maple, I could care less if there's a crotch in it. Crotch figure in maple usually doesn't turn out too good, so I really could care less about the top right here. What I do like is the size of it. It's an 8-foot log, and down here in the large end the diameter is about 19 inches, so it's going to be some good wide boards that come out of this maple. And I'll either saw it soon or I'll anchor seal it up here today regardless and let it sit here for about a year or two and let it start spalting. I'll probably let it spalt. That's how I like maple to look anyways. So don't look for this maple anytime soon here on the channel. Probably about 2020 or 2021 before we saw into it. So onto the tractor over here. Got the good stuff on it. Got some more black walnut brought in today. That's about 15 inches right there diameter on this first one. This other one is really small. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I may carve some bowls out of it or some spoons or something. Not sure about that. The other end of the large log has a crotch at the very end. You guys can see in there, backlit by the sun. There we go. Got a crotch right there on this one. And halfway down it is another crotch right there. So a good crotch walnut log right there. Good stuff. We're down here in the log yard area. It's about 100 yards from the sawmill, and I got about 2 acres right here of space to put logs, which is really nice. It's a lot better than the other place we used to live. I was really crammed for space down there. But I'll start off here on the right. We'll go through all my piles here. I'll let you know what species you're looking at. I'll kind of go over what we got here presently at the mill to be sawed up in the next few months. There's a lot of timber here on the ground. Got a lot of sawing to do. So this first pile here is kind of like my junk pile. This walnut here will be sawed up. It's going to be good slabs or lumber, but it does look pretty rough. As you can tell, a lot of this stuff has been on the ground for a long time. Longer than it should have been. I've actually got a cherry in here, right there on the front. It's got a crotch on it. So this first stack here is walnut and a little bit of cherry. And this is the trash pile. I'll be sawing it up, but it looks pretty rough. Right here beside it is the hemlock. Got a lot of hemlock in there. I got some ideas here for some buildings I want to put up, some pole barns and such. And hemlock's going to be the #1 species I use for those buildings. And I got a lot of them on hand here. Got about 30 logs right there just in hemlock. They range from 8 feet up to 14. And right here in the ground beside it, I got some of those short walnut crotch logs we got over in Virginia. We'll get those in the mill soon also. Right here in the corner, got some big eastern red cedar. This came from over in Midway, Virginia. And this is some good sized cedar right here, guys. These are going to be some nice slabs. Some good diameter right there in those logs. Looking forward to slabbing these up soon. Moving on over is the cherry pile. Now I think I have 2 walnuts mixed in here with this stuff, but for the most part this is all cherry. As quick as I say that, I see a poplar right there in the middle of them. But anyways, there's some good cherry in here. We got a real big one right there at the bottom. It's about 20 some inches diameter on it, and some short crotch logs in there. I hope to have this stuff on the mill sometime this spring as well. It's a lot of cherry right there. Now on to the good stuff. These next 3 piles is nothing but black walnut. Now look at the size of this one here. And that's a big crotch right there, and this log has 2 of them. I'll probably cut that log into 2 different pieces for crotch slabs. There's a lot of big walnut in here we'll be sawing up this year, guys. Real good butt cut right there. And this right here is going to be a real nice one. And it won't fit on my sawmill, so hopefully one day soon I'll have a bigger mill to saw it with. Check out this. That is a big walnut right there. It's 8 feet long. And let me check the diameter. I can't remember the size of it. 24 inches in the diameter. And there's a crotch at the top of it. Now here's another maple I got. I forgot about having. It's got a hole right there in the middle, which doesn't go up very far. It's been on the ground for about 2 years, so it's been spalting. You can kind of see in the end grain that spalting that's going on. I probably need to saw this one up before summer gets here. This next pile over, more walnut. Imagine that. These are some nice straight walnut logs here in the front. Be cutting those in 5/4 sooner than later, hopefully. Got a nice big crotch right there. I forgot about having that one too. That one's too wide for the mill also. A lot of good sawing here coming up the next few months, guys. This is all the stuff I have on hand right now. It's a lot of timber. Of course, over here we have the maple that we brought in today. Got a red oak. I need to be slabbing that right there sooner than later also. It's already been split down the middle. And a really nice walnut here on the end. It's a really big crotch halfway up. That crotch I think is 38 inches if I remember right. Big walnut right there. Looking forward to slabbing that one eventually as well.